Hello, everyone. So, I wrote my journal article based on an article called Four Do's and Don'ts of Effective Elementary School Classroom Management. This article just discusses four recommended strategies for behavior management. The first one is to build content related anticipation, meaning making the lesson exciting and engaging so students are excited to learn. And also doing things like dressing up or making funny voices during the reading time. The second one is to rehearse transition, meaning having clear procedures when transitioning to another activity or transitioning to another classroom, giving a lot of notice and warning so that way students are not overwhelmed by transitions or interruptions. The third one is to coach students in self-regulation and mindfulness, meaning helping them to control their body, emotions, their focus, and their attention. So a lot of them have the examples of emotional dysregulation from the adults in their life. So it's important as the educators to demonstrate through videos, books, and for using yourself as well as an example for emotional regulation and mindfulness as well. And the fourth one is to use classroom jobs, things such as line leader, teacher's assistant. They gave some examples such as the classroom DJ for changing the music during activities. And then they went on to discuss the four things that they don't recommend and say that are outdated. The first one is using visible behavioral management trackers, meaning from green to yellow to red based on the behaviors that they're showing. The second one is to shame the students, meaning putting them down, saying mean things that put them into fight or flight mode and can make them act out or shut down. It usually does not create the result that you want, so it is completely recommended to avoid this. The third one is to punish the entire class, to avoid punishing the entire class, because then the entire class now creates a common enemy, which is you. So focus on the people who are making the negative behaviors, and not the ones who are not. So the last one is relying primarily on verbal instructions. We know so many students learn in a variety of ways, from visual, kinesthetic, and auditory. So it's important to have those different ways of showing the behavior skill that you want around your classroom for teaching. So in my summary of this article, I discussed that the ones that stood out to me the most were teaching self-regulation and avoiding visible behavior management trackers. So I really agree with the self-regulation, because I do believe a lot of kids, specifically kids in minority communities, need to be taught emotional regulation. And that's speaking for myself as a previous minority student, that I did not know or understand how to regulate my emotions. So having that taught in school, I'm sure would have benefited me in multiple ways. And then I'm also very much against the visible behavior trackers, because I also was a student who the teacher used those, and it honestly just made me feel bad about myself, made me embarrassed if it was ever changed because I made a mistake, which we know all children make mistakes. And I think it's important to just teach them how to avoid making it in the future, rather than shame them every single time they make a mistake. So yeah, that's the gist of my journal article.